AP Environmental Science, an important concept is how a country's available resources affects the direction and strength their economy moves in. This can cause issues later down the road if they do not diversify their areas of strength and focus. Also, if countries become too weak in certain areas of their economy, then they become extremely reliant on other countries who may use this to force the country to be involved in things they don't want to be involved in. Some countries may need to have an economy solely centered on their abundant resource as they develop into a stronger nation. This system of economic independence prevents countries from being caught off guard when they expend all of their particular resource. The global economy will always have a degree of interdependence, but you don't want countries to be too reliant on one another.
Is the depletion of naturally occurring resources. This poses an issue when the resources are non-renewable, meaning that there is a set number of them on this earth. An example of this would be the depletion of the Amazon rainforest in order to make space for agriculture and to sell the timber. Since the leading producer of oil in the world is located in the Middle East, the majority of the United States and other countries' oil comes from there. In return, billions of dollars flood into the Middle East, which sometimes ends up in corrupt officials' hands who use it to provide aid to terrorist groups such as ISIS and Al-Qaeda. When countries have an abundant natural resource, they want to export as much as they can in as little time as they can. This lends to high quantities of polluting materials like oil being transported. This in turn multiplies the potential environmental harm that can ensue. Many countries have to develop their resources into products. In the United States of America, the production of facilities of domestic companies are often located in impoverished countries. This is to minimize expenses. As a result, the waste byproducts of these factories and pollution worsen the situation of these poor countries and make escaping poverty more difficult.
Solving the issue of depleting natural resources is a difficult task, but could be accomplished by the use of alternative sources of energy. Sources of energy, like wind and solar power, are renewable and sustainable, meaning it won't run out like natural fossil fuels. Reducing dependency on fossil fuels by making smarter purchases could help the issue of quickly depleting resources. People could also implement new policies and consumer practices to reduce the depletion of natural non-renewable resources. The issue of pollution could also be solved by different sources of energy, because fossil fuels currently cause 73% of air and water pollution. Poverty could be helped by reducing the number of factories that are outsourced, creating jobs for the poor and helping the country's economy. Also, increasing working wages would help people support themselves and their families. Many ways to reduce and prevent pollution. One way would be to limit the amount of polluting resources per shipment, which would reduce the magnitude of pollution. Using more friendly methods to extract resources could also help. Currently, in the Amazon, they use clear cutting, which could be replaced with selective cutting or a healthier method.
For some AP exam practice. What is a free market economy? I will give you some time to think about your answer. A free market economy is an economic system in which there is free competition and prices are determined by the interaction of supply and demand. Next question. What is supply? Supply is the amount of goods available. Next question. What is demand? Demand is the amount of a product or service that customers are willing and able to pay at a given time. Next question. What is the market equilibrium point? This is the price at which the amount that buyers wish to buy equals the amount that sellers wish to sell. Next question. What is economic growth? This is the expansion of the economy to produce more goods, jobs, and wealth. Next question. What is economic development? This is the improvement of living standards by economic growth. Next question. What is environmentally sustainable economic development? This is the fact that society satisfies the basic needs of its people without depleting or degrading its natural resources and thereby preventing current and future generations of humans and other species from meeting their basic needs. Next question. What is open access resources? These are goods that no single person can claim exclusive rights to and that are available to everyone. Hope you did well. Good luck on the AP exam.
Which of the following countries is a founding member of OPEC? A. Oman. B. Yemen. C. Syria. Or D. Venezuela. If you answered D. Venezuela, then you are correct. You will get a 5 on the AP exam.
Fun fact, Venezuela has the largest amount of oil reserves in the world.
International organization which coordinates and unify petroleum policies is A. United Nations Economic Commission. B. United Nations Industrial Commission. C. SAARC. D. OPEC. If you answered D. OPEC, then you are correct. You will get a 5 on the AP exam. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Oh.
Oh, who?
OPEC.